morning students. In this video I am going to explain about media access control. What is MAC? It is a data transfer policy which determines how data is to be transmitted from one computer to another in the computer network. That is, it is a policy which involves in the sublayers of data link layer. You know, it is one of the 7 layers of OSI. And then MAC layer, it is one of the 2 sublayers that make up data link layer of the OSI model. In OSI model, you know, data link layer available in the 2 sublayers are there. So among 2 sublayers, MAC is one of the sublayers, that is media access control. What is the uses? It is responsible for moving data packets to and from network interface card across the shared channel. Okay, when a channel is shared between different stations, that time so many protocols we are using. Okay, that is, what is the need of multiple access protocol? When so many nodes and stations are connected in the network, they are sharing that common link, that is multi-point or broadcast link. You know the meaning of multi-point? So many stations sharing a common link, that is called as a multi-point. Okay, that time we need a protocol, multiple access protocol. What is the use of it? It is used to coordinate the access in the link. Okay, and these are the types of this MAC protocols. They are divided into 3 types. One is random access, and another one is controlled access, and then channelization protocols. In this video, I am going to explain about 2 types of protocol. One is ALOGA and CSMA. Okay, first one, you know, ALOGA and CSMA comes under random access protocol. So you know the definition, you must know the definition of random access protocol. So what is random access? The name itself you can understand, random means at any time. There is no restriction here. See the 2 features given in the last line, there is no scheduled time for a station to transmit. Okay, and transmission is random among the station. Any station can transmit at any time. No one is superior. No station is superior. Which one has to send first, which one has to send second. So there is no priority. Randomly they can send. That stations can send. Okay. If they have the data, then they have to follow the procedure of the protocols. That's only. So random access means there is no scheduled time for the stations to transmit, and there is no station is superior. Any station can send the data. And these are the 4 protocols are there in random access. Now we will see ALOGA only. So ALOGA, it was mainly designed for wireless LAN in shared medium. So pure ALOGA, both ALOGA as well as pure ALOGA, both are same. What's the idea behind is that whenever a station has a frame, it can censor data. Since here there is only one channel to share, collision can occur. Because so many stations are using the same channel means there is a possibility of collisions. So what will happen if collision occurs? Obviously we have to resend the frames again. The station has to resend the frames. That is, retransmit the frames again. See here in this picture, listen, 4 stations are available. Here collisions occur. In the picture itself you can identify where collision occurs. So what are the frames are surveyed? That is, what are the frames live? Station 1's frame, and then station 3, that frame, that also live. Other all, there is a collision in between. Okay. So pure ALOGA, in that only explained here. In this figure, there are 4 stations try to access the channel, and each station sends 2 frames. There are total number of 8 frames on the shared medium. So 4 stations, each station sends 2 frames, so total 8 frames. That only given here, total 8 frames on the shared medium. So only 2 frames survive. What is it? This station 1's this frame, and then station 3's this second frame. These 2 are this one and this one are survive, others are collide. And then one bit of the frame coexist on the channel with other bit. That is, one frame coexist with other, that is called as a collision, that is destroyed. Others are destroyed. So what to do? We have to resend the frames. And then the pure Alaga protocol relies on acknowledgement. So whenever sender sends a frame, there is a need of acknowledgement from the receiver. Okay. So in pure Alaga also, after the station sends, it needs an acknowledgement. If it doesn't receive an acknowledgement after a time limit, particular time period, that means it sends that it is destroyed and resends the frame. And if all the stations resend the frames after the timeout, then again there is a collision. Okay. Destroyed means again resending. Resending also same time happening means again there is a collision occur. So what to do for that? So waits for a random amount of time before resending the frame. It has a second method. First method is wait for an acknowledgement, and then if does not receive, it has to resend. Again resending also, same time so many stations are resending the frame, again there is a collision occurs. So what is the second method? So retransmitting, it has a second method to prevent. After a maximum number of retransmission attempts Kmax must give up and then try later. That is, it stops sending for some time and then it has to try again. That is the second method. That is, wait for some time and then sending again. First time sending, need an acknowledgement and wait for acknowledgement. If the acknowledgement not received, it resends again. That is, if the timeout, it resends again. And then next method is wait for some time, then it try again. Here, vulnerable time. What do you mean by vulnerable time? There is a possibility of collision. The length of time in which there is a possibility of collision. How long the collision occurs, that is called as a vulnerable time of pure Alaga. We assume that each frame takes TFR seconds to send. This is the time taken by each frame to send the data. Here, this figure calculates the vulnerable time of B. A tries to send time T minus FR, B sends a time T, and C sends a time T plus FR. That is, if we calculate the vulnerable time of B, that's only explained here. B starts to send the frame at time T, and then A T minus FR, and then here it leads a collision between B and A. Here also collision occurs, here also collision occurs. So what is the time? How long the collision occurs of B? That is collision, that is vulnerable time of B we are calculating here. That is 2 TFR. That's only explained here. B starts at time T and A starts at time T minus FR. So that's a collision between B and A, and where collision occurs? Here. And then here also between B and C collision occurs. So vulnerable time, how long the vulnerable time happens? The result is 2 TFR. C starts to send a frame at time T plus FR. So there is a collision between frames from stations B and C. So vulnerable time is 2 TFR. That is, here you calculate T minus T plus FR. That also you have to, if you calculate this, you will get TFR. And then here T plus FR minus T. Here also 1 TFR. So 2 TFR you will get. So vulnerable time of pure Alaga is 2 TFR. And throughput is, this is a predefined formula, so you have to remember S equal to G e power minus 2G. That is, throughput means what? How many number of frames um, sent by the system during the transmission time. That is, G, the average number of frames generated by the system during one frame transmission time. Number of frames, how many number of frames are generated, that is transmitted. So that is the average number of successfully transmitted frames for pure Alaka is G e power minus 2G. For example, if we substitute G equal to half, then we will get a value of 0.184. You know the value of E, and G is, for example, consider 1 by 2. If you substitute this, S equal to 0.184. And then slaughtered Alaga means here vulnerable. In pure Alaga we already calculated 2TFR. Here there is a no rule that in pure Alaga when every station has to send the frame. There is no time limit, is not divided. But in slaughtered Alaga, time is divided into several slots. So every station sends its frame when its time slot starts. If it time starts over, it can't send, and next station will starts to send that frame. Okay. So here we are dividing the time slot. Slot means for time slot it specifies. We divide the time slots into slots of TFR seconds and forces station to send only at the beginning of the time slot. Here time is divided into several slots. Station 1 time limit first slot means it can send during slot 1 only. And then if time over, it can't send, it wait for the queue for the next option to come. Okay. Here also collision will occur after the one time slot over, next time slot start. In the next time slot, if so many stations try to send, again collision will occur. Here the station is allowed to send only at the beginning of the time slot. If it misses a moment, it has to wait. Then again collision occur if two stations try to send at beginning of the same time slot. Again that is a collision occur. Here the vulnerable time is, that is T plus FR minus T, that is TFR only we are getting. If we split the time into different slots, the vulnerable time is little bit reduced. That is, in the pure Alaga we got 2 TFR. No? Here we are getting TFR. And then throughput is how many number of frames successfully transmitted is S equal to capital G e power minus G. And if we substitute G